Hello, this is Vance, and this is Wednesday, March the 21st, 2018. These are CL trades for yesterday, the 20th. I'm just on here this morning. It's early. I've got some stuff to do, so I figured I'd do a quick recap from yesterday. Had a pretty big run up, and in the overnight, this is the open at 9 o'clock, and as you can see, prices kind of bounced along this kind of tight trading range. I was looking long more because I thought there might be another leg up because of the overnight, and it turns out that was the right move. And so I got a couple of these moves up here. Price did turn around. Didn't get it wasn't really clean because you see we had this big run up and this big pullback. I didn't know what was going to be transpiring. I have no idea. But price is kind of moving into breaking to higher ground based on, it's up to, there's an assault on $63. We started in the overnight at a really low price, and you can see that this run up was relatively significant in the overnight. So we had, it moved up, I think, almost $2. And so, $1 in the overnight, which is pretty dramatic from the overnight. And then it moved up subsequently another dollar. But where price got it to when it got almost to 63.98, price turned over and started and moved back down and kind of came back to close to the opening price. And so we had this big rotation, but you can see the prices moved up and then moved back down. So fortunately, if you were in on trades down here, especially, and I think there was enough signal to kind of go long in this area. The same is true with this on this pullback. Now, this was a pretty deep pullback. And so you had this run up, this pullback here. Maybe an opportunity to get in here, particularly with the fact that it came subsequently retested this previous high, moved up a little higher, and then turned down toward the end of the trading session. In fact, it was afternoon, and then pulled back down to more decline to about 63.30, some of that neighborhood. So really right into where the previous tight trading ranges from the early morning. From there, it really moved sideways. And after this sell-off, it was pretty much sideways movement until 4:30, when the API report came out and reported that there was a drawdown on gasoline, crude oil, and distillates. So, and this really spiked prices up at this point in time. Now, I wasn't really looking short. I mean, I guess you could have gotten in here, but I was in on this trade here, so I didn't get in. My feeling about reversals. No real place to get in here anyway. When it turned around, I mean, we had this rush of selling, and it was pretty tight. It was in a very quick, and it was pretty quick. And in fact, I've got the alignment here. It was 29 bars to this bottom right to here. It took a total of 18 minutes. And it dropped 65 ticks. So 65 ticks, just said sellers rushed into the market and dropped prices significantly. On the way up, and if you look at it, let's take a look at this. Let me just mark this out. If you look at the same period of time for it to get up to that area, and if you take a look at this double bottom, it was... it took almost 2 hours to go the same magnitude, 18 minutes to drop. So there was lots of selling pressure when price got to this level. That's what took prices down here. More sellers stepped into the marketplace, and buyers just were overwhelmed as it drove prices down. It didn't stay. And you can see that the sideways motion, there was something in the offing. And then, of course, when the API report came out, prices spiked right back up and almost made an assault on the high. So that's what kind of really was today. As I said, I was mostly long yesterday. And as a result, I didn't get on this. This is a big, significant pullback here. And I missed all of this. I wasn't in on this. But that's the way it goes. Now, today, just a quick briefing. This is right now. It's 20 after 8. Pre-market is roughly 8:30. 8 to 9 o'clock is kind of the pre-market. And you can see we've had a run up again. So we've got a run up again from 63.58 as a low, over $64, $64.30. First time it's broken $64 in some time. And so this is a pretty big run. Again, a pretty dramatic run in the overnight. Keep in mind that the API report, not the API report, the Energy Information Administration makes their report this morning at 10:30. And the EIA report is out at that point in time. That's going to have the fact it's going to confirm the drawdown from yesterday, which might send prices higher, or is it going to contradict what the API report was yesterday and prices lower, or by what magnitude? There's an expectation of maybe a drawdown. If it doesn't meet those expectations, then we'll do weird things with prices at that time. But as you well know, you generally flat during the API report. You don't sit through the news because of the tremendous volatility you can take on. With a 15-tick stop, it can blast that out really quickly. So unless I'm way ahead of a trade, I don't sit through that report. And in some cases, some prop shops insist that you are flat for major news. That's just one of the rules that they may have. So that's something else to keep in mind if you have inclinations to work at some type of prop shop at some point in time in the future. Think of that as maybe just an unwritten rule. But again, too early to really tell where to get in if prices are moving higher. It certainly looks like it may be a bullish day based on the overnight, but you can't really put a lot of stock into that. Prices, when the pit opens, price might just turn around and head in the other direction. Anyway, I'm not going to be around most of today, so I'm probably not going to be trading until later on. I have some appointments this morning, so something I need to take care of. So I'm not going to be at my screens, and I don't have anybody to give direction to do this, don't do that. I mean, I'm a one-man band, so as a result, that's the way it is. This is Vance. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know, and perhaps I'll be on later and do a recap. Bye for now.